Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So as you see in the title, guys, this morning I want to discuss the stabbing incident that took place yesterday. Basically it seemed like a random attack where a young man started to just stab individuals, one fatally. And this occurred in Birmingham, where I am currently living. So at the present moment, there's a lot of investigation going on, and they've also apprehended an individual whom they're now questioning. So it's crazy times, guys. But I don't want to just bring this news to you. I want to have a little discussion about things that you don't really see on the news in Jamaica. At least when I was living in Jamaica, you don't really hear much. You don't really see much of the negative news. So it's when I came to the UK that I had an understanding that there's crime in the UK as well, which was shocking. I thought being abroad meant there's no gang violence. I thought there's a lot of things, so many things that you don't really see get promoted as much as you see Jamaica's crime rate get promoted. And of course, Jamaica is small, the reason why it's so obvious. But still, it was really shocking when I came to the UK and found out that the UK has a serious knife issue. Not only knife, there's so many other things that I'm going to go into in a bit. But I'm going to show you a small clip of the incident that took place yesterday. And then I'll go into my discussion where I'll discuss with you guys the problems that the UK is facing and how it differs to Jamaica and the big issue with our culture. So guys, let's get into the video.
Police don't know who he is or where he is, but they want to speak to this man about multiple stabbings in Birmingham. They're asking people to contact them urgently if they see him. In the early hours, officers and 14 ambulances rushed to different parts of the city centre as reports of the attacks came in. In the light, forensic teams tried to piece together what had happened. It had been a busy night in the pubs and bars. Many saw the suspect and the victims.
She screamed, he's stabbing me, but everybody thought, because everybody thought he was robbing her necklace or something, but I've seen it. And I started screaming, and then he walked, he didn't even run, he just kind of walked out of the footpath. It was the girl, and after we saw a guy as well a bit further up, the guy was bleeding all over. He wasn't concerned, he wasn't worried, he wasn't panicking or anything. He was just walking. After he stabbed the girl, he basically walked.
At a news conference, police confirmed that one man had died, a man and a woman are critically injured, and 5 people have minor injuries.
We have launched a murder inquiry. Clearly we're still in the early stages of that inquiry, but what I can say is that we are treating all 4 of those incidents as a linked series. We are searching for one suspect, and inquiries to identify and then trace that suspect are ongoing.
Extra officers, both armed and unarmed, have been brought in to search for him and to reassure people. Police said the attacks seemed to be random. For 2 hours, someone was able to roam around the city centre attacking people at 4 or 5 separate locations, around a mile apart. Now, we don't yet know why, but police are saying there's no suggestion that this is linked to terrorism, gangs or hate crime. Barbara said that one man had been stabbed outside her flat.
And then I could hear people screaming outside, so I went to look. And then I saw guys walking around, running, screaming help and saying that there's someone should call an ambulance. Someone was on the call and they were saying how they need to press on their neck because someone got stabbed and there was bare blood, otherwise he would die. And then they pulled the guy out of the bush, and then a couple minutes later the police came.
Police later confirmed that that victim had died. Lisa Dowd, Sky News, Birmingham.
So guys, that's really what's taking place in Birmingham, and they've now deemed the city unsafe. Now, in my opinion, I wouldn't say the city is unsafe because this seems to be an isolated incident, but that's one of the good things about the security system here is that they act swiftly, so they take everything very seriously. And of course, it is a serious problem. But what I want to point out, guys, and it's really sad that I have to find this out, but it's just one of those things where, and I've said this in like the first time I started YouTube, this was really what my main focus was, where I constantly talk about the poison, you know, the poisonous habits that black people have. And a lot of people tend to just talk about black people and how we have these problems, we don't help each other, we kill each other, you name it. And I've constantly said that black people I will not accept that we are just born this way, that black people just happens to be this self-destructive. At the moment, there's a serious knife problem in England. There's gun crime, but knife crime is more prevalent. It is a serious issue. On a given day in Birmingham, you have about, and this is statistics now, 130 cases thereabout or more. Whether that be just simple stabbing, arguments, you name it. It's serious. And I know a lot of people who live in Jamaica are not aware of this. They don't really hear it as much on the news because it doesn't really get covered as much as you'd find Jamaica on the news all the time. But there is a serious issue going on in the UK. And guys, let me tell you something. You know, a lot of people think that guns are the worst. I can tell you because it's something I've seen and it scared me. I was traumatized, and I've heard gunshots in Jamaica. But when knife crime is carried out in the UK, it's up on a different level. Like, there's a case here, there's a situation where a guy was just standing there, him and a few. Because what happens is that in the UK, there's gangs. So you have this gang, and these are young people, and they're mainly minorities. Blacks, Asians, you name it. You don't really see white people. You're less likely to see white gangs. Not saying it doesn't happen, but we're talking about the statistics. And it's mostly Africans, Jamaicans, you name it. And of course, Asians. Minorities. And they form the gangs. And I've seen the incident where the guy, so it's three on this side, and they're both having a quarrel. And then as you look, the guy run up to him, boom, in his heart. Simple as that. That is how vicious these crimes are in the UK. And of course, you don't really hear it as much. Everywhere black people go, it's the truth. I'm being fair. A lot of people don't even know that in the UK, there's area in the UK that operates the same way as Jamaica. Oh yes, we have the same problem here in the UK. That same old toxicity. The same cycle. Where you have the lack of parents. Because remember, like I said, it's like a poison where it's like black people take that poison and it's like they don't really want to get rid of that poison that is within our community. It's the same thing that happens here. It happens in America, it happens in Canada. Where you have areas where no proper parents in the home. Kids do what they want. They go to school. They sell drugs. The parents sell drugs. And they grow up and they form a gang where they have knives, guns, you name it. And they're killing each other. Black people are one of them we're the most self-destructive individuals. Because nobody can tell me say black people just born this way. This is just a slavery mentality. So while this incident that took place in Birmingham might be isolated, guys, it's a problem that we're having. It's a problem in our community. We're black people where we just take that poison everywhere we go. and we don't try to move away from it. Few of us move away from it. But we farm the same problem. That's why, that's why as them say Uncle Sam don't want us in his country. This is why white people don't want black people in their country. Because the truth is, yes, it sounds like stereotype, and like I always say, it's stereotype, and I know I say that, you shouldn't stereotype all, stereotype is not necessarily always true, but the truth is sometimes you can look at someone and they will more than likely act in the way that they look. It's the truth, but it's just that you can't generalize. But yeah, this is not a Jamaica problem alone, guys. We're having a problem everywhere. It depends on where you live, that you don't really see it as much. But in certain environment, it's just, in the UK, it operates the same way as Jamaica. The same corrupt practices, drug use, guns, you name it. It's a problem. We're just a self-destructive race. We're just self-destructive, guys. And it's just a sad reality. I don't want to be the one to say that, but it's the truth. Everywhere we go, we bring our bad, dirty behavior with us. Remember I told you that you can take the pig out the sty, but you can't take the sty out the pig? You can take the sty out the pig. But when? Sty out the pig. But most of the times that is when that pig is not as grown. Because once they reach a certain stage where they become an adult, then it becomes harder. Harder to train. It's hard to train adults. That's why you have to start from when the youths them young, to bring about change in their lives. But yeah, guys, that's really it. Yeah, it's just crazy. It's crazy. It's always a black person with them foolishness. Yeah, you see why it happened to white people. White people, of course, there's crime happens in the white community, but extent as we see in the black community, because we're just self-destructive, and it's bad. Everywhere we go, we bring our dirty habits and dirty behavior. But guys, as always, those are my thoughts, i.e. my 2 cents on the whole matter. I do hope you enjoyed this video. I do have another video to release today, hopefully today or tomorrow. There's a topic that I wanted to address, so maybe today or tomorrow I'll release that video. But as always, guys, I do thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please do remember to give this video a thumbs up. Share, like, you know the drill. Until next time, guys, Godspeed.